Hello everybody, here I am again. It's 3:06 a.m. Another sleepless night. I went to sleep easily, but lately I've been waking up 1, 2, 2:30, and I listened to a podcast from a man who knew Charlie Kirk well and was actually with him when he was assassinated. Anyway, I listened to that and it was very moving. If I remember, I'll put the link to it in the description box. But that wasn't what kept me awake. I just lately have just been unable to sleep. I don't really know why. Anyway, I've got everything laid out. I had it all laid out before I went to bed last night, and I want to do a few things here. I've got a gelato. I don't know if you've ever used gelatos or not. They're a really creamy sort of, they're not a crayon because they are water soluble, and they are smudgeable. And you can just, do some amazing things with it. And I don't get them out enough, because they are just amazing. Anyway, so I've got that. I want to put that on that page. And I have a couple of pieces of collage paper that I'm going to add over here. This is just some swatches that I did. I think it was one color of pink from my pink palette. And I'm going to put this in with a glue stick. Let me make sure I get the, yeah, that's the side I want to glue down. Let's see, I think I want this one to go underneath, so I'll put it down also with a glue stick. Okay, so there we go on that. I seem to have picked up, well, no, that's just on it. Okay, so then I've got, I have my archival ink in coffee, and I have a piece of watercolor paper that has collected some leftover paint. And yesterday when I smushed those crosses, this is where they turned into blobs. Anyway, so I thought I roughed it up with a pair of scissors. Be careful if you do that, because you could cut yourself. I actually have a distress tool somewhere, but in the move, I don't know where everything is right now. I don't think I really knew where everything was before I moved, but anyway. Okay, so I've got that. I have a piece of the drywall tape, the fiberglass drywall tape, and if I can, this corner is popping up. I'm going to put it down. Try to anyway. I'm going to put the drywall tape down. It is sticky. I'll put it down right there. I have some golden acrylic zinc white. Oh, I just dropped the top. Okay, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it and smush it down through this drywall tape. For some reason, I always like doing that. I like the way the paint looks on the drywall tape. Just putting the top back on my paint. I don't know why I got such a big tube. I guess I thought I was going to do a lot of white painting. And I'm going to put this down with the extra heavy gel mat. I found a jar of the regular, but because this is actually watercolor paper, I thought I'd use the heavy since I had that out too. So I'm just going to put a layer of gel medium on the back of this card. And then I'm going to put it down and put my top back on. And put this down like this. And I tore a corner as I was roughing it up and by accident, and then I tore one on purpose. Okay, so I've got, I have this cluster that I'm going to sew. I did not sew it on the sewing machine as I have been doing, and I thought I would just put some stitches, stitch it together with some slow stitching. Let me see, I'll put it go this way. That way my knot, this is not a point, very sharp needle, so I have to push it through this watercolor paper that's on here. So the paper, see, I actually was gonna try to capture some of these threads. Something about loose threads that appealed to me. Okay, so that's secured, and I'm just gonna do a few stitches, kind of. I don't want to do a running, I don't want to do a cross stitch, but just enough to kind of hold it in place, all these pieces in place. I've got some sari ribbon, a couple of pieces of sari ribbon, and some threads, and then this was actually a swatch, part of that swatch when I swatched that watercolor palette that has the various colors on it. All thumbs. You're not really going to be able to see this. It was black on black, but I'll know it's here. And you'll know it's here. I can take that off now, I think. If maybe not, because I think I just sewed it in there. Well, you know what? It's going to have to stay. I can take this out though. There's a pen. Use the table to push the needle through. And I want to do one stitch, maybe a couple stitches off the sari ribbon, and okay, so now I'm gonna tie a knot. Use the needle to get the knot close to the card. Should I do it with my scissors? I know they're here because I just used them, but I don't see them. So I'm going to use this pair, and I usually have to end up sawing it because they're so dull. Okay, so this I'm going to put down, this back in the pin cushion. This I'm going to put down with Fabri-Tac. That paper clip is not going to be functional, but it's sewn on there, so it's staying. Okay, so I've got this letter G that I also want to put down with Fabri-Tac. And whoops, oh, these threads are not attached well. Maybe I need to put a little more glue on them. Okay. And I've got this Posca Pen, and it's in kind of an iridescent sort of pink, and I just want to put some marks . And the word that I have for today to go with my G is gifts. You know, every one of us has gifts that God has given us, things that we can share with other people. Usually, you know, some people know what their gifts are, but usually someone else will know your gifts better than you do. Some of us have a gift for hospitality and or for teaching, or for preaching, or what did I do? Oh, there it is. For wisdom and discernment. There are lots of different gifts that God, it gives us something that is unique about us, and something that He's equipped us to do. He won't assign you anything that He doesn't equip you to do. So, let's see. What are your gifts? I want to find my Stabilo Marxol and wet it and go around this. What else? I want to find that palette, watercolor palette. And let's see what color I want to splatter. I may just do the Payne's Gray again. So, I believe that is it for today. Sorry if I was off camera there. I don't know. Seems like there's something else, something that's missing. Not sure what. Maybe I'll put down that blue circle. And it's thick, so I'm going to use Fabri-Tac again. I'm looking for my marks all again. I think I'm going to just go around this. So I think that is it for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all your sweet comments, and I hope to see you again soon.